Hi all, this is Sumit Kumar Das. Today we are going to see more about data exchange dashboard and reports. Data exchange dashboard and reports. The dashboard is a collection of panels that contains reports about information that B2B data exchange process. Use the dashboard to view personalized visual summary information about B2B data exchange event and document processing, such as the number of events for certain partners or the error rate for specific accounts. Most of the reports in the dashboard are based on the key performance indicators KPI that B2B DX retrieves from the operational data store, such as events, errors, transactions, and values. The Operational Data Store or ODS is a repository that contains aggregated information solely for reporting purposes. The dashboard retrieves the aggregated events from the Operational Data Store and displays the information in the panels. Operational Data Store or ODS. The Operational Data Store Event Loader is a Power Center workflow that collects KPIs from the B2B Data Exchange repository according to specified parameters and load aggregated events to the ODS. You can import the workflow to Power Center after you install the B2B Data Exchange dashboard and reports component. The workflow runs at schedule intervals and you can change certain aspects of the workflow behavior. For example, you can configure the number of retry attempts for each event load process in case of failure or the number of minutes to wait between event load processes. SLA rules and violations. If you use Service Level Agreement (SLA) rules to manage and track violations, the SLA violation detector searches the operational data store for the violations according to the SLA rules that you define. If the SLA violations detector finds violations, it stores the violations information in proprietary SLA report and displays the violations in the SLA violation panel of the dashboard. In dashboard and reports system properties, you can change certain aspects of the dashboard behavior. You can choose to show the dashboard when users log into the operational console or configure the error rate range in the error rate panel of the console. You select specific events attributes to load to the operational data store such as KPIs, and the B2B Exchange developer can create custom dashboard panels based on the event attributes. Now we are going to see the dashboard and reports here. I have logged in with a system administrator user in my B2B Data Exchange console, and when you have logged in, if you select on this dashboard button, you can see this dashboard loaded here. You can also access the same dashboard in the next tab of any of the browser by using this link. This is a default link. Now, if we can check here, this dashboard gives us the information related to the various aspects as we have discussed and informed in our previous slides, which are related to the KPI matrices. Let's go through one by one. So if you can see, there is a filter option is present with filters in the form of a time period. So you can select this option and you can select all to apply a filter, and it will filter out all those information till the time the DX has been installed and it's been operational. So whatever the values which you find inside the operational data store will be fetched and can be when showed over here. It might take some time to load. Okay, so since I do not have relevant data present in my ODS, and it is showing the error rate as a data to display. Similarly, if you have the relevant data, it will give you the proper markings over here. Similarly, you can select all the partners or can specify a partner. You can also define and change the event type. Along with that, you can also customize it. If you can select on this customize button, then you can see the unresolved error events time frame. So whatever the time frame, like in the 24 hours as specified, all the errors which are unresolved can be shown. You can customize it from here. So every time when you place a request, it will go and check for the operational data store and find out the relevant information. And when coming from the server to the client, it may take some time. It also depends upon your network latency, it depends upon the various other factors. Okay, it's now been loaded. You can use the reset filter. Suppose in past if you have applied any of the filters and you don't want them, you can reset them. Now there are certain gear icons. If you can select, you can, this is actually a kind of a widget, so if you want to rename it or if you want to remove it, you can choose both of these options. So if for an example, if I want to remove this option like error events by partner, let me rename it first. So here you can rename it as a test, and you can also remove it if you don't want. So here the next widget, which is down, present down, is called as average processing time. This widget comes up. So if you have a certain information like the, but what are the event states which are in the error or non-error, and it will start loading when you select those error event states. It may take some time. Since I don't have this specific information, so it will give me the no data to display. For the relevant data, it will generate a report. If you select is as export as CSV, then definitely you will get a CSV report generated over here. We have certain tasks. If you can click, like, it will give you certain options like operator actions pending approvals. So if any of the actions is pending for the on the operator role, then it will show here. Now let's move to the next tab. All of this information are present in this events tab. So you can also add panels, you can change the layout, you can rename this event tabs based according to you. If you select the SLA tab, so as discussed, SLA tab it will check for the SLA and SLA violations, which are the rules which we have created in our B2B data exchange console. So if you can open your B2B data exchange, and if you can see, these are the SLA rules are present over here. So for an example, I have created this SLA rule. If you select this new SLA rule, it will pop up, and then you have to provide your name, description, and you can give your convenience, like which this SLA should apply on all the partners or accounts, or which of the partner or an account. The main part is here is the rule. So you can select here the event type, what kind of event type which you want to check or which you want to apply as an SLA. So whether it's a file level transaction or it's a custom event or it's a file event, based upon your requirement, you can select here. You can select the matrices, like whether it's a number of event or error rate in a form of percentage, average processing time, anything. Similarly, the calculation level on which day or month or per second or per single event, whatever you want, you can select it. So for this convenience, I have already created a test rule having a file event, KPI as a number of events, calculation level is of per day, condition is less than value 2. So based upon these SLA rules, this SLA violation can be calculated. Since there is no specific data for the violation, hence it's not displaying any of the information. So this is the SLA violation and rules. If you want a new tab here, you can select this icon and it will open up a new tab for you. So this new tab contains a certain number of widgets which you want to be added here. Suppose it's a kind of a custom tab, like only this information I want. It may take some time to load. Yes. So here I have already selected this average processing time, which I have deleted earlier. I have added over here average processing time. So this widget has been already added. You can rename it you can rename it or remove it. Suppose if you want any more tabs, you can select this icon so that add tab, it will go on keep on increasing. So here you can add more tabs based upon your criteria or based upon your requirement. So as I have told, you can see here the add panels. You can add panels in the new tab like average processing time. What are the panels that you actually want? And here you will also find a description related to each and every panel. So there are many panels which are present. You can add um, based upon your requirements. We would love to hear from you. You can drop us an email at supportvideos@informatica.com. Also, you can send any query at our Twitter account InfaSupport. Thank you.